Right, let me be pointed because I had this conversation. Let's talk about the gang, the Rollin 60 Crips, right? Let's take the elephant. We're going to remove the elephant out of the room. Okay. We're going to talk about the Rollin 60s.
What's up with the world? Peace to the world out there. About to do this little video on Big U right here that I seen come across my YouTube feed this morning. And I seen a couple other one of these, I guess Willie D, if y'all remember Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. You know, Willie D got his own, Ben had his own podcast channel, the whole nine, right? But he interviewed Big U recently, and he's been dropping like every other day, like 5 minutes. And I ain't watched I usually wait till like you drop the whole video, then I could sit down and I could really, you know what I mean? I could really absorb it. But the video I seen roll by my feed today, the title of it caught me, so it's like 5 minutes. So let me give it a little attention. So I look at the video, and when I'm peeping the video, right, the title I remember was like, Big U addresses the elephant in the room about the Rollin 60s or something along them lines. So already, you know, we don't really hear Big U speak too much on the Rollin 60s, and when he does, it's very brief. But right, the video is Willie D and him, and you know, it takes a little while for him to get to the part that's really the meat and potatoes. But when he said it, it kind of rubbed me a little bit wrong. I don't know, like I feel like I understand what he was trying to say, but it came across in a different kind of way. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all take from it and what y'all think about it right here. Because, you know, in today's world, it's real easy, right, for a motherfucker to be a gang member and an activist, right, or come across as a gangster or present himself as a gangster, but cloak himself as an activist, right? Y'all feel me? And if y'all don't understand what an activist is, an activist is somebody that says they doing good and they want to change and they pushing for change. But sometimes, you know, those activists, you know, there's very few of them that really always line up with what they really should be doing and don't really still, you know, serve two masters type of way. An activist is a very much needed person because they're catalysts for change, right? They're catalysts for growth. If change and growth go hand in hand. So nowadays, right, and shout out to the activists that's really doing their thing and really out there doing it. Shout out to y'all. Y'all inspire me. But there's a lot of them that really, you know, like Big U, right? Some people could look at Big U and say that Big U isn't an activist, though, right? He done did some scandalous shit and motherfucking, you know, we ain't gonna get into all that. We didn't cover that in other videos. Y'all can check the other videos. But the whole kicker is, which one is it though, right? Is he really an activist? Is he really doing what he say he's doing? Or is he just giving lip service to sound good and so forth? But so in this video, what really stood out to me is when he actually does speak about the Rollin 60s, he says, you know, they're what the people need. They might be what the people need in a sense, right? And he goes on further to say, you know, he's at this age now. I feel like he said he's 57, and you know he's got to this level of maturity and growth, and he's been able to, you know, pretty much evolve from being, you know, a gang member, being in the streets, and then progressing to what we see now as being, you know, kind of like a father figure, role model, et cetera, et cetera. Let's peep the video real quick.
And let me be poignant for a second, right? Let me be poignant because I had this conversation. Let's talk about the gang, the Rollin 60 Crips, right? Let's take the elephant. We're going to remove the elephant out of the room. Okay. We're going to talk about the Rollin 60s. There are approximately, according to record, 5,000 across the state of California, affiliated, non-affiliated. If you only have 3, maybe 5, 6 ignorant nomads, that's 1 to every 1,000. Do we throw the whole mess away because 1 to every 1,000? No, you don't. You say how strong this unit is, and that's the reason why they talk about it so much, that they want to destroy it, because it has the potential of becoming something different. It has the potential of becoming what we as a people need. If the C's and B's seen that, they had a potential of growing into something, because what do we have now? We have men who have reached that age in a positive influence. I'm 58 years old. I have no intentions on doing none of the shit I did when I was a kid. I have no yearn to go out and stand on the corner and talk about how tough I am. I have no yearn to carry no gun. I mean, this is just not what I do. So I find it comfortable at 58 to be able to go in the 8-Tray Gangsters, to be able to go in the Bloods, to be able to go in these places. And they receive me because they see me as a G who really grew into what a father and a man is supposed to be.
I mean, right? He gonna say that if you only have one out of X amount that are the crazy nomads, nomads are outside of the boundaries, right? Then do you throw away the nest or do you keep the nest, right? So with that being said, for me, when I hear that right there, I always know if you're gonna build something, you gotta build it on solid foundation. If you don't build it on solid foundation, the wind comes and it blows everything down, right? So when I think about what a gang member, and I'm using Rollin 60s is general gang members. When I think about gang banging, nothing is never built sturdy on that though, right there. You know what I mean? Nothing comes out of that. Never comes out of that that's valuable other than to maybe a small little sectional, that might make you feel like it's doing something, but you really being deceived though, right? No matter what, you bought into a deception. So you ain't built on a solid foundation. But I get what he's trying to say when he says that, they're in the midst of change, right? Because I think we getting to a point like he kind of goes on. He says, he's 57 and now, people have came to the conclusion and understood and recognized and they are the ones making change and kind of curbing and changing the direction of what gang banging or so forth, however you want to look at it is, right? But when we look at this shit though, right? It's almost like you saying yes to something, saying it's a good thing and then saying it's a bad thing. So it's kind of like, I don't know, you can't do both, right? But I get what he was trying to say, because if brothers from the Crips and the Bloods could realize how strong they are with the, because a lot of gang members are some really warrior strong, great men to the core, right? It's just, once again, misled, misdirected, and then misunderstood in a lot of fashions, in my humblest of opinions. Another reason why I say, just that ain't built on a strong foundation is because, in order for you to go down that road of gangbanging, penitentiary, all the shit that go along with that type of shit, there's no guarantee that you live to see 57 or 58. Motherfuckers is barely getting to 18, barely getting to 17. I think the lifespan getting shorter and shorter, especially if you off that porch early. So let's say you even get off later, right? Hypothetically, you got off the porch later. You got off 16, 17, late in the game. Now you active and all this. So now you closer to being charged as an adult. So that's even closer to throwing your life away into that penitentiary where you don't never get out, or it take you 30, 40 years to get out. So here Big U is saying that, if you only have one that's flawed, or you only have, the whole shit is flawed because you guilty by association with the motherfuckers you hang around. You could be around that one motherfucker with 20 other motherfuckers. All the other 20 motherfuckers is just as guilty as that one that's flawed, that up that pistol or catch that case, or who knows. So that's not built on a solid foundation, right? So for Big U to get that far in the game with the name he has and living through the eras that he lived through is by the grace of God. Which God he served, his God, I don't know if he served the same God I serve or who he served, but whatever he's done in his life is up for God, of the Most High God, to judge, right? So for me, when I hear that argument from him, I think it's kind of hypocritical. Couldn't get the word out. Hypocritical. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Is this shit hypocritical? Am I tripping? Am I looking at it too much? Do y'all see Big U as a certified activist? Or do y'all still see him trying to play both sides, where he's still trying to involve himself in the 60s and still call shots and be that guy, but cloak it in the term of being activist, helping kids out? Because I know he does a lot helping out families and kids and shit, from my understanding, from a bird's eye view, which is great. You know what I mean? Even if the motherfucker's doing it under some fraudulent shit, at least them kids is getting helped out. At least somebody's seeing some fruit out of that labor to a degree, because that's a whole lot more than a lot of these rappers and gang members that claim these communities and just terrorize the motherfucker, but don't give nothing back. Ain't no change, no catalyst, nothing for them communities. You know what I mean? But Y'all let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, hit me with a like. If you didn't like the video, oh well, hit me with a like, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
I have to ask you, what are you listening to right now?
Music-wise?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I haven't been really listening to too much music, honestly.
Okay. No Kendrick Lamar, nothing. Yeah.
Kendrick, no, I mean, I fuck with Kendrick. I fuck with and obviously what he been doing, he been smashing for sure. On,
Yeah.
You know, with everything that's going on. So I've been on that, but I kind of been off of the like how I used to just be an avid rap music listener. I've been kind of off it as of now. I haven't really been too tapped in.
Is it the content of the music? What do you think it is?
It's not the content. Like I was raised on rap music. I think honestly for me it's a little bit different because it may be because of my bro. Like I don't really listen to too much rap as of now. I don't know why. I'm not really drawn to